Hello traders, welcome to my new video. In today's video I will show you how to identify very good setups from the market using trend lines and horizontal lines or rectangle. This will be based on support and resistance zones, and you know that when price respect a particular zone for at least 2 times, it becomes a call of concern. So I will show you that in a second by drawing trend lines. Whenever you see that price is respecting a particular zone for a period of time, just know that that's a point of concern. So you should be picking up your trend line, your tools to sketch them so that you can get good trade opportunities. All right, so for instance, you can see here we have a call of concern. Here you can see how price has respected this zone for a while. All right, you can see how price has respected this zone. It came up the first time, hit, came the second time, hit, you can see. And then when this happens, you see that it has hit the zone a first time, the second time you just pick up your trend line or your horizontal line or your rectangle, then you sketch it. You can see, so this was actually a pattern, you see. So you see that this is a double bottom. So when you sketch now, you wait for the break. You can see that after which price break this zone, you see how it moved right up. You see how price kicked right up from here. You can see, just imagine you entered here and then you will have ride the trend right up. Just next to this, this another setup here, and I'll show you. Maybe you might not have seen. I'll show you the opportunity that presented itself here. Okay, so just from here you can see this is an opportunity that presents itself. So you can see, just from my eyes, from looking at it, I can see a pattern formed here, which is a triangle. So you can see, so it's a triangle pattern that's formed here. So after I sketch it, you are going to see it fully. So you see, this is a triangle pattern that formed here, and just imagine you entering here. You see how price breakdown with strong momentum. You see the long red bearish candle, and then just imagine you sketched like this when price was still consolidating within this zone, and then you will be waiting. After you sketch, you wait for a good break. You see how price broke down here, and then you took your sell. You see how the price went right down. So if you had entered, if you had watched this video before and you knew how to draw this zone, identify them, you would have made money out of this. So let me show you other examples. Okay, look at this for instance. Just looking at it with your bare eyes, you might not see something, but for someone who really understands, who have been in the market for a while, will know that this is pattern. So you all pick up your trend line here, because I see patterns here. You see, you try to sketch them out. You see, you can now see that something is forming here, right? You see, just like that, you see that a pattern just came out of there. So you see this pattern that just formed here. You see that price was respecting this zone for a while. You see, and after that, you see that there was a break here. So I'm concentrating more on breaks and retests because I'm more of a momentum trader. So when you are a momentum trader, you can catch very good moves, because whenever price breaks, it always moves rapidly to the other side. So you can see this very good profit. If you enter here, it's very huge profit. So that's good for the day. So I'll show you another example. I'll show you more examples. Okay, so you see from this, let me show you a pattern out of here. Let me show you a pattern. So you can see this is a symmetrical pattern. This is called a symmetrical pattern. So you see this is a very popular pattern. Whenever it breaks, you see that you can get good trade opportunities. So what I do, I always cash, I wait for the break. So when you see that price respected it first time, second time, and then by the third time it got broken. So when this happens, you enter your trade, you place your stop loss below around here, and then your TP should be the size of this pattern. So you measure from here to here. Okay, we measure this size, that's your TP target. You come here, you measure, you make sure that this size should be equivalent to the size of the pattern. So your TP can be somewhere around here. You don't want to be greedy. This good profit, all right? So this good profit if you are using a good lot size. So that's how it is. You just take your profit and move on. Let's go to the next example. This is the next example. You can see a pattern that form here. Now we'll use a rectangle. Just from my view, and I just take a look, I know what type of tool am I going to use. You can see that here, this was a call of concern. See that price hit this zone for more than 2 times. You can see it. So whenever you see price hit a zone for more than two times, you make sure you pick up your toes and identify it. So you see, this is a double top pattern. You see that as soon as this happens, you see that price got broken. You see when price came and break the zone. You can see after that you see a good move. So if you had entered here, place your stop loss somewhere above here, and then your TP here, you would have made good profits. So you see where we are heading to. So let me show you another example. See, this is another example here. You just see this was a call of interest. So you see how price moved. It came up for the first time, it hit, it came back, it hit, and then it broke it, just like the pattern we just explained above. So you can see after that price broke up and moved right up, and that's the same scenario above. You can see here, this is the same scenario here. It formed something like a double top. You see, price came here, came and hit, it was rejected, it went up, back, came back. This time around it broke the zone. So you identify it, you see how it came, it rejected, and you see how price moved down. Like what I said, don't be greedy. You can just measure the size of the pattern and you determine it as your TP target from here to here. You see, if you had measured it that way, you would have hit your TP. But if you are greedy, you might go and put your TP somewhere too far and price might not reach there. So that's how trading is all about. Don't be greedy. Okay, let me show you. Let's move on. Okay, here let me show you another example. This time around, let's use a trend line. From what I've just illustrated here, you see that here, you see how price came here. It was being rejected at this trend line. Okay, you see it was being rejected at this trend line, and what happened here, it came here, it got broken. When it got broken, it went up. You see, it went on, it came back here, it faced a resistance. So you can see take a horizontal line, and then you sketch this zone. There's a resistance here. You can see that when price left here, it came up, hit, and then there was a consolidation. So you can still identify this zone. So you see that when price broke out, it went up. Now when it went up, it came and then made this trend line that we have drawn. When came back here, you see it reached here, it went. Let's just follow up. You can see how powerful this trend lines, this strategy is. So just follow up, you will see this is where price currently is at. Just look at it here. I can see a pattern from here. This is a pattern here. Just pick your trend line, you try to sketch it. So you can see, you just look at it. You can see, right? Just look at what happened here. This is what happened here. The trend line got broken. You see now, it formed this is a pattern here, a flag pattern. This pattern is called a flag pattern, and as soon as it broke, it went down. So you can now see how price reacted here, and after breaking it went down. So you have seen how you can, in this video you have seen how you can use trend lines to get good trade setups. You can use horizontal lines, rectangles to get good setups, and you have seen a couple of patterns how you can take trades based on breaks and all of that. This is just a recap of what we have done. You practice it in a demo and you'll make huge money from that. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Please subscribe, like, share, and click on the notification bell.